Hello and welcome to the channel with no catchphrase. It's actually a Monday, but it's actually a brilliant Monday. Apart from not going to work because it's half term, so just me and the kid. Mummy's at work. This bike officially became mine.
What does that mean?
I hear you say. Well, I had this bike on PCP, which meant I had a choice at the end of the third year. I either gave the bike back, paid what they call the balloon figure, so the residue, or chopped it in and took another bike and carried on the PCP. Those are the three choices. I decided to pay the balloon figure. Now, I've wanted to do this for a long time. I knew this is the bike I want to keep for a lot longer. I don't need anything else. I'm in love with this bike, despite a little wobble at the beginning. And so I have been making separate financial arrangements, saving up basically, whilst of course paying my PCP rate, which is like a loan but a lot less. And today contacted the finance company, got my settlement figure and paid it off. So now it's mine. What I mean by mine is it's always been mine. I have the V5 ownership papers. But legally, if I didn't pay the balloon figure, I didn't pay, they can legally come and take the bike. So it's yours on paper, but not in spirit, let's just say. Nothing else about this video. I'm not going to be vlogging or blogging or whatever. I am just taking this bike out knowing that I now own its soul.
I own your soul.
I've also put my second microphone, which I don't usually do, to pick up a bit of the glorious engine sound. It does tend to slightly itch my nose, slightly reduce the quality of the voice, but as I said, today's just to get out in the evening to celebrate. Body and soul, a unison. I'll keep my camera on. I don't know where I'm going. Let's just see where the road takes us. And I'll see you all again somewhere. Oh, I can't keep my mouth shut. A little bit of a difference between, let's say, a normal finance or a PCP deal is that if I was to take a finance on this bike, which was $15,000, I'd probably be paying about £500 a month. And maybe, and of course the interest, depending on obviously what deal you get. Whereas with PCP, I was paying £100 a month. However, pretty much all interest. So you could almost consider that you are renting the bike, you're leasing the bike, with that final payment option. It's not all interest, but you do pay a higher interest. If I had originally intended to keep this bike, PCP is not the way. I've ended up throwing probably £1,000 down the drain. But hey ho, 'tis life. What companies would like you to do is to stay permanently in PCP. Tends to be that every second year your bike is in what they call positive equity. That means your bike is worth more than what you owe the finance company. Now the idea being, and this is where they tempt you, you chop it in for a bike, so you give them the bike. Let's say, for example, your bike is worth 10,000. You owe the finance company 8,000. You give the bike in, you choose your next bike, you upgrade or whatever. You then have £2,000 left over, which you then use on the deposit for your next PCP. And it tends to work out that it's every second year out of a 3-year deal where you're in positive equity. It's very clever indeed. And the idea is to keep you trapped in this kind of, let's just call it semi-non-ownership. And you're essentially leasing a bike. You are just paying off finance and interest. And you just carry on like that. Now that is perfect for some people. It allows them to have a bike on vehicles that they can't normally afford. Back in the days when PCP wasn't available, you couldn't afford the monthly payments for what, for HP, as they called it. Was it hire purchase? So PCP has given people the opportunity, and some people are absolutely happy with that. Every 2 or 3 years, they get a new bike or car. It's great for the manufacturers, they sell more. It's great for the finance company, they make more. It's great for you, if you have the right mindset, because you can ride around on a bike that you would not normally be able to afford. So I'm not anti-PCP. However, if I'd have known that I was going to keep this bike, I should have found another way. I was going to go somewhere else, but saw the bikes here. Figured what the hell.
Cause I've been living life right like I